coach. You have so many books. You have so many books out. So
Yeah.
please, let's hear from the horse's mouth. Let's meet you formally.
Okay, I'm Stephen Akintayo. I'm the MDC of GTES Global. We're a group of companies. We're into logistics, real estate, e-commerce. I'm also the lead consultant, Steve Akintayo Consulting. And of course, the founder of Steve Akintayo Foundation. I've written 35 books.
Wow.
They're all on Amazon.
Wow, 35 books. Okay,
Yes.
I'm impressed. I'm challenged.
Yes, but I started with digital marketing. In fact, when my executive assistant told me some days ago about this class and sent me the flyer,
Okay.
I remember myself, 2012, when we just opened our office in Ikeja. And I started telling people we're into digital marketing, and how they used to, just laugh at us because
Exactly.
it was more like, these guys who don't have jobs and just pick up names. Because then digital marketing wasn't as popular as it is now.
As it is now, yeah.
And I was self-taught until 2015 when I went for a diploma in the UK. But it was more of, just teaching yourself and just seeing the way the world was evolving and seeing business opportunities in it. And it was funny because I studied microbiology. So, but thank God, because that has been the foundation upon which other businesses we've grown are standing today.
Wow. I'm already fired up. Okay. So now let's start from when you started, okay? How was it? Because a lot of people say that doing business in this part of the world is not easy. Some start, pack it up and run away. Some don't even go near business at all. So please, can we hear from you how it was? Okay, you mentioned that when you started digital marketing, it wasn't the in thing compared to what we have now. So what were the challenges you faced? How were you able to navigate those challenges? How were you able to convince people, to buy what you were selling at that time?
Well, it was really, really difficult. And, for me, like I said, the concept was even so new. So, I remember a very funny experience when I went to meet my father-in-law. I wasn't married yet, and he was asking me, so what do I do? You say you want to marry my daughter. I said, I own a company. So he said, what do you guys do there? I said, we're into digital marketing. He struggled to understand what digital marketing was about. I will never forget that the person who took me there said that I was not responsible.
Wow.
And that I could not take care of his daughter. On the 20th of October, made it 8 years. We were married with his daughter. And,
wow.
And
you proved him wrong.
The story obviously has changed.
Definitely.
But that was the level of how difficult it was. So one of the problem also was that we're even trying to understand what digital marketing was. So I started with SMS, then later email marketing, then social media came along. I remember then I joined over 1,000 Facebook groups. Some of them have over 100,000 people. I use hootsuite.com. I automate campaigns. And it was funny that for 6 months, nobody even said, hello, I like your product. Or, at best, many were just like, you don't know that sells stuff. Come on, get off our group. Stop disturbing us. That was the kind of insult. So it was difficult, but I guess my secret was I was just adamant. I used to send 200,000 emails every week.
Wow.
Sometimes I will get people to literally call me back, and guess what they will say? You, this boy, disturbing us with emails, spamming us. You spammers, and get out, stop spamming me. That's
And people can be so very rude when it comes to things like that.
yeah, they could be. I mean, it's funny today. We've built a multi-billionaire empire, and I remember somebody recently came to my office and said,
Okay.
Mr. Stephen, I really want to apologize to you. If I had known you will be this big, I would not have been rude to you
To
way
you.
back.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was tough. It was tough, but we thank God. We thank God.
Okay. Fine. It was tough. It was very tough, and it's still a bit tough now. Okay, so
for people like you, right? Because but
no,
trust me, result
okay.
terminates insult, right? If you can just be, I call it a giddy, like you just hang in there. Hang in there no matter what. That's what I did, and it has paid off. So I would say if you can just do the agidi, and it's for everybody. Every business takes time. I use the formula TTT. Things takes time. Just be adamant, be consistent, don't give up, and I promise you, you will make it. I always tell people that any day, anytime, consistency will beat excellence. Any day, anytime. Consistency will beat excellence.
Okay, so that's one food for thought. Consistency. So okay, we've gotten that you were consistent in your field, you were consistent in your trade. Okay, so at what point did you now decide to maybe expand the business from digital marketing? At what point did you now switch to real estate? At what point did you switch to other businesses that
okay, beautiful. That's a very good question. Our company started 2008. And we opened our first office 2012. That's 8 years ago.
Okay.
But 2015 was the biggest year for me in digital marketing. I consulted for, Chivita, PZ, Unilever, APC, PDP. All the presidential candidates were my clients. As of 2015, we did almost 200 million. And so I said to myself, what else am I looking for in this field? Now that, I mean, there was no company that I couldn't get jobs from. So I went to Silicon Valley. I went to Google campus, Facebook campus.
Okay.
And that was the aha moment for me. Because, Google campus is bigger than any university in Nigeria. And I was shocked. I went to Facebook campus. In fact, Express was passing inside Facebook campus. That's how big it was. And at that point, I realized that, these tech giants were also massive realtors. And people don't know that that's why McDonald's had to say that, there was a time the CEO of McDonald's was saying, oh, you guys are in the business of burger. And the man said, no, we're in the business of real estate. Because we own every McDonald's outlet. We just lease it out to the franchisees. So, and I saw the same pattern with tech companies that they had massive real estate asset. And it dawned on me that, you see, any so-called tech, whatever you're doing, first of all, without campus, because campus is like the engine room. And it's one of the things GTEx will see evolve into. Just wait for us. We are coming. Because campus is the engine room. It's like the university where you're able to, young people, right, in their 18, in their 17, 15, start coding. and they are still young, they're still hungry, and they enter those Google campus, Facebook campus, come up with crazy ideas. It's not Mark Zuckerberg giving all this involvement that they're seeing today. But the bedrock of all that was real estate. So I knew that what we were playing in Nigeria, at best, we would build a company, get a foreign company to come and buy us out, and and we're back to square one. So I said to myself, and that's what's happening. Look at, Jumia, Euroko TV,
Even Paystack.
Jobberman, Paystack even looks better because they really cash out like $200 million. Yeah, like,
that's a lot.
okay, no wahala. Like, I dash
buy and go.
like, I dash you, but when I look at the other ones, they were not even near that. Maybe somebody gives you $5 million and they've taken over your entire business. I mean, look at the case of even Health Plus. It's $18 million.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was my eye opened, and I also saw that real estate also gives me an capacity to build wealth to sustain any tech, whatever we're doing, right? So we're launching incidentally today. I mean, again, I love if my executive assistant gives somebody my word, we have to keep to it, because at the same time, 4 p.m., we're launching one of our tech businesses, coming back again into the tech world. It's called GVest. It's a crowdfunding platform. But I had to be here because I was told that this had been booked. But my point is, you're welcome. But my point is, it's easy to come back. Like the GVest now, GTEx is a major investor in that. In fact, we're using our real estate to guarantee everybody's investment, that no matter what happens, you even get land to replace whatever money you're dropping. So, but that's the kind of opportunities that real estate, brings. It gives that stability, it gives that cash flow, because it takes an average of 6 years to really get a tech business to that level where it can now generate massive cash, sometimes even longer than that, right? Where it becomes sustainable. And so if you don't have a strong backbone, it's quite difficult. So we never expanded until 2015. So we had 7 years doing the same thing. And then 2015, we started diversifying. And again, there's a point in that. Please don't rush to having many companies. A lot of people want to compare themselves with me.
I was actually going to ask that.
Yes, Stephen Akitayo is 300 staff strong. 300 staff strong. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that you see my face everywhere, there are 300 people
doing the main job.
Yes. So and that takes money also. I mean, that takes money. Our consultants alone, we have almost 20 consultants. Every year we spend almost 200 million paying our consultants alone, aside salary. So it's a lot. It's not.
It's huge.
So I advise, focus on one business, grow it to a level where, yes, you have enough capital, you have enough resources before
then you move to other things. Okay. Now, please, I want us to talk about funds. You mentioned that the major resource or the major fund to build the tech business was actually from real estate. Now there are some SMEs or some businesses, okay, some of them are actually here with us today, that might not have that opportunity. Maybe they don't have that real estate investment, okay, where they can cash out big and then use the funds from that to fund their major business. So what would you advise people like that? Should they maybe partner with companies like GTEx, or should they maybe source for loans from the bank, or how would you advise people like that to navigate that aspect?
Well, I really feel it's a very tricky question, but it's a good question because it's a major challenge most tech businesses and small businesses face. So, first thing I want to advise is start a business with your own money and that of your family and friends.
Okay.
Number two, hustle. Just purely hustle. People are shocked even up till now. And I even say this to my staff, those who work with me, that I don't know why you see, it is foolishness to be shameful of what is gainful. With the level of growth, and big man you can call me, I personally do WhatsApp broadcast every day to all my contacts. And I have no shame about it. I have governors, senators on my contact list. I have no shame. I don't even remove them, right? If you are too big to get my broadcast, then why are you on my platform? Two poor people can't help themselves, right? If so, and I think that's one of the challenges of small businesses, where the hustle you need to do, you're not doing it. Right? You're not doing it. I go to our estate personally, despite having 300 staff. I do videos. Hey, this is our estate. Buy. This opportunity. Buy. Why? Because I don't want to risk my clients and my investors' money by taking loan from the bank, and the bank takes over all the asset. So at the beginning of your business, you don't want to go near loan. I was still, a couple of weeks ago, a bank CEO in Nigeria hosted me in his house. And, at some point was saying, I'm impressed with what you guys are doing. His daughter is even a client, and he was like, you know what, I'm willing to, support you guys with cash. Right there, I look at his face. I said, we don't need loan. He said, no, I'm not talking of loan. So I said, okay, that's fine. Because I mean, and he himself admitted, a bank CEO, that you're right not taking loan. Very right not taking loan, because that's the quickest way to say bye-bye to your business. Right? Now, it's not as if loan is bad, but before you should get to a point of taking loan, maybe you should go 20 years into business. You already have a department that handles that. Like guys that have analysis, they can guarantee that you guys will deliver. Dangote himself says that his loan is less than 20% of his total asset. Right? So you see people taking loan that is even almost 100% of their asset, 50% of their asset. So I don't advise that. So I advise, rather than take loan, market. And that's what we do in our company. So we will hustle. We need money. How many units of our product do we need to sell to raise this money? Everybody go all out and we sell. But the concept, and that's, so find a way to create retail version to your product and be on the move to sell. Be on the move. That's why I say you should hustle. Particularly you, the CEO, I get it. It's difficult. It's hard. But let me say this, and this is a powerful quote everybody should write down.
Okay.
Money discourages effort.
Okay.
Money discourages effort. So when you take a loan, what your loan has done unknowingly to you is that it has discouraged your willingness to be hungry, to market, to hustle. So, and that's what has killed. When you look at all the businesses that have been taken over by the VCs, go and ask them. From the VC's perspective, oh, you didn't meet up to target. Oh, we told you we're going to give you $10 million, but you were supposed to hit this, and you didn't hit it. But the real truth, those VCs will tell you to blow money, be blowing it. Blow money, spend it, spend this money, we'll give you the money, spend it. Now what they are trying to do is to get you lazy. So you get to that point where you expand and you're not following sales, but you're just expanding. You're not after, are we selling to the tune of what we're spending, but you just spend. So it gets to a point you spend everything. Now you cannot even pay your salary, sustain the business, except you run back to them again to collect more money. Do you see? And before you know, you sell all your equity to them to take over your business. Okay? So money discourages effort. Go hustle. Find a way. Broadcast. Do WhatsApp broadcast. Do paid advert. Last year alone, for just my consultancy aspect of our business, I spent $7,000 on Facebook advert alone. $7,000.
Wow.
This year, I think by December, I will have spent over $100,000 US on Facebook advert alone.
Wow.
Right? So go hard on selling, go hard on. Tell your people, if we don't sell, we don't spend. We can only spend what we've made. Period. I'm not saying again loan is bad. I'm just saying many of us are not there yet. You don't have the structure, you don't have the processes. Look at what happened this year. COVID happened. You know, before you say Jack Robinson, see the socio-political issues, NSAS, curfew, and who knows what is next. So,
exactly.
and you've taken loan, you have, you know, so you don't want to put yourself in the situations where you've taken loan, you are relaxed, and now you're struggling to pay back. So sell all the way. Thank you, BA Farms.
Selling is the way. So
Yes.
thank you very much, Essie. Let me just try and reiterate this fact. You cannot go wrong marketing, and that's what Mr. Stephen Akita is trying to say. You can't go wrong doing marketing, because I also train SMEs, and there are times you would hear when you ask people for their marketing budget, some don't have. Some are like, I don't want to spend money on marketing yet. And I'm wondering, then what do you want to spend money on? To buy products and then it will sit with you. You know, so please, you can never go wrong marketing. Okay.
Absolutely.
So please, I would like to quickly take another question. Okay, and this one is kind of different from what we've been talking about since, you know.
Okay.
You know, with all that happened this year to us as a nation, you know, COVID and all, especially the most recent one, we saw your involvement, you know, we saw your involvement in some of these things, especially the protest and all, you know, trying to be part of the reform that we're all clamoring for. So please, in one word, in your own word, how would you advise? Because the truth is, I've spoken to quite a few business people after this issue, and like 80% of them are discouraged and they don't even want to push any further. Some are looking for a way out. Some are looking for how to, you know, run away to run away abroad, you know, just to make ends meet. And also, please, how would you advise people like this, you know, that despite what is happening, what exactly should we look out for?
Well, I want to first of all say that, look, there's no country like home. I mean, we need to first of all face the fact. I mean, look at the likes of DJ Copy, Davido. First of all, these guys have other national. These guys have access to private jets. These guys can decide to be living outside Nigeria. Why are they in Nigeria? Right? The reality is that, you know, the darker the environment, the brighter the light. The kind of wealth and opportunity in Nigeria, you can't find it in the US and in the UK. And hear this from me, we're registered as a company in the US, in the UK, and in Dubai. And I'm not saying that. So first of all, you're not, the person talking to you is not somebody who has not played in those markets. But the truth is that the kind of profit you're going to make in Nigeria, you can't make it in any of these other countries. And the reason is because they're already developed, right? So your profit margin is quite low on anything you're trying to do. But in Nigeria, you're unique. You're able to make huge profit margin. I mean, I couldn't have grown our business from 1,000 naira 2008 to multi-billion naira corporation 2020. I couldn't have done that in UK. I can't do that in US. I can't do that in any of these other countries. And that's the reality. I couldn't have. And that's the fact. So we need to face the reality that there's still a lot of opportunities here. Let me also say this, it's not from abroad, it's from above. And this running abroad doesn't really, change anybody's life. In reality, I mean, I've seen Nigerians back at, why do you think, okay, we've stopped protests in Nigeria. They are still protesting in London, in UK, except now that they want to do shutdown in the UK. They are protesting in the US. Nigerians are protesting in diaspora. Why? And many of them are saying, we are not happy being here.
Where we are.
Yeah, a Nigerian dream cannot be to travel abroad. Right? So we want Nigeria to be better so we can come back home. In fact, there was a video that went viral where a mother was interviewing her son.
Yes, I saw
and he was saying, I don't like it in school. I want to come back to Nigeria. And the mother too was crying about how they wish they're in Nigeria, and so don't Yoruba had this adage, you don't need to try two husbands' house to know which one is better. Right? So you don't need to empty everything, borrow money, leave Nigeria, go to Canada before you now realize that you pay tax till Jesus come. And then you are now trying to run back to Nigeria, but it's difficult to run back because all those you borrowed money from, the whole entire, you sold all your livelihood, to leave Nigeria, and then it will look so shameful because they will ask you, so what happened? So guys, first of all, the solution is still here. Second of all, I want us to know that we as entrepreneurs have to get involved in politics. You can be involved in politics without being a politician, right? Okay. Politics is basically, understanding that it's a government for the people, by the people, that's democracy. Okay. And politics is you being able to add your voice to the social political issues that are going on. Say what you have to say, demand accountability from government. The aftermath of NSAS, we've started, I had to convene a new movement called the New Nigeria Movement. And it's full of professionals, entrepreneurs, technocrats. And we've decided to say, hey, we want to push our people to all go get PVCs. 70 million PVCs between now and election time is our target. We want to get 50% of all elective offices to be occupied by young people. I'm not contesting 2023, but I want to push as many young people as possible to do so. And that's really what we need to do. Every country you want to run to, some people had to do those sacrifices, right? US, most people don't know, went through their civil war. And the US is still going through her own racism and cultural issues. So US is not perfect, neither is UK. If a whole Prince Harry and his wife had to denounce being crowned prince and princess because of racism, in case you don't understand. So there is trouble everywhere. We as entrepreneurs, we have to sit down and understand that we are opportunity tourists. Even in the challenges we are facing in Nigeria, there are opportunities. And we have to find a way to convert those opportunities to cash. That's why we're here. But running away, giving up, feeling bad is not who we are as entrepreneurs. I just feel that many Nigerians need to actually study how to be an entrepreneur. Many of us, in my own view, are not entrepreneurs yet. That's the truth. We're not, so we need to actually read books, study, to understand and imbibe that entrepreneurial spirit, because every entrepreneur smile at challenges. Challenges are the food of champions. This is what we feed on. This is what makes us rich. Challenges is what makes us rich. Our
Rich.
ability to provide solutions to the challenges in our society is how we become rich. The rarer the solution you are providing to the challenges, the more money you charge and the richer you become.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you very, very much, sir. We really appreciate your time. In fact, that you had to put on hold a very important meeting just
Yeah,
to be
no,
here
they're
with us.
still running it. They're just doing it without me. But yeah,
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
event
Thank
is
you
still
very
holding.
much, sir.
You're welcome.
So, in order not to keep you longer than we should, we just want to say, okay, I think we've exhausted all our questions. So we'd just like to wrap up with maybe a word of advice from you for the businesses. Okay, someone is saying challenges are the food of champions. Okay, yes, thank you. So just a word of advice from you. You've been advising us from the beginning, but just like a summary to end this session today.
First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me. It's always exciting to be here and share about my background in the tech
Yeah.
space, and thank you for having me. My advice really to everyone is, we just cannot lose hope. One of the things I keep telling people is that our parents gave us stories of how they had wanted Nigeria to be better, and they failed at it, and we're still meeting a very imperfect system. But it's the least we can do is to hand over a better Nigeria to our children. That's the least we can do. Because even our parents that we're going to say have failed us or didn't do much, they still achieved a lot of stuff. They can tell you that they met the military dictatorship rule and they fought to give us democracy. So you and I, need to fight to make this democracy work for the people and not for few people. And if your fight will be to have a small business and provide employment for 5 people, 10 people, you are part of the solution. If your fight will be to use technology, social media to push your business so that you can grow from 5 staff to 20 staff, that's part of providing the solution. I need us to know that. I remember, and I want to recommend this to everyone watching, because this is also being streamed on my Facebook page. There is a powerful movie that you should go and watch. It's called The Men Who Make America, The Men Who Built America. In that movie, you see the story of 3 major guys. You see the story of J.P. Morgan, the brain behind the modern banking of the world. There's a guy called Andrew Carnegie, the guy behind the train system in America and the whole concept around using steel metal to do constructions in the world. Then the third person is John D. Rockefeller, the man behind the entire petroleum industry. This guy was behind this whole concept of petrol. He actually was discussed Standard Oil then. They had to divide this man's company into different parts. So if you know Shell, you know Chevron, ExxonMobil, they all came out of Standard Oil. One man. This man became so rich, in fact, was richer than the United States of America. John D. Rockefeller. Yes, he was. He's the brain behind Wall Street. He built the Rockefeller Center, Manhattan. Most of the investment there earlier. He was the first to start investing massively in Manhattan. Now I'm going somewhere with this conversation. The America you see today was not built by government. It was built by private entrepreneurs who became so successful It was when those people built America that the people felt they had monopoly. And so what government did was to now, cut their monopoly, put in place structures, policies that made the wealth they have created to work for everyone.
Everybody.
But if you think there was one government that made America what it is today, you are making a big mistake. And I will say this again. If you think that government will make Nigeria great, you have missed it. It is you and I in our private businesses, becoming successful in our private businesses that will change Nigeria. Right? And we need to begin to see business like a ministry, like a mission, like your own political project, like your own PDP, APC, like your own local government, like your own state, like your own, until we start seeing that, where in your business you want to provide the best leadership. You want to say, look, this is my own local government. I want to make it work. Until we start seeing business like that, Nigeria isn't going to change. Because you and I are the ones that will change this country. Even the unemployment that we have in this country is you and I that will create the jobs. Government all over the world does not create jobs. You and I will have to create the jobs by becoming entrepreneurs, by leading those businesses very well, that they will keep growing, employ more people, and the result effect is that even the society will be a lot better for it.
Oof. Okay, so the development of Nigeria belongs to all of us, not the government.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very, very much, SA. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So we would like to release you now. Thank you so very much. We hope to
thank you for having me. No
we
problem.
hope to bring you on board very soon. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Happy Sunday. Happy New Month.
Yeah, happy New Month. So let's say thank you to Mr. Stephen Akintayo for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this. Thank you so very much. You can actually watch the replay on our IGTV. It's going to be saved there. And we hope to bring more of this to you in the coming months. Thank you so very much. Have a good evening. Bye. Bye.